It is your boy James, aka Dad the Rapper, aka Dad the Nobody, back again for another Talk to Me Tuesday. It's Tuesday, so you know what time it is. It's time to talk to me, time to let me know what's going on, what's happening in your life. And and I'll also share what's going on and happening in mine. I guess should be called Talk to Each Other Tuesday. Maybe that might be a more appropriate or better title or something like that. But it is what it is. Today's Talk to Me Tuesday is titled, I guess it don't necessarily have to be, but it's titled Don't Be Stupid. My Demi, what's going on? Wait. I'm sure I'm saying it. My Demi the Milker DB. Yo, I managed to catch the live. Yo, it's 1 a.m. Heard it's 1 a.m. over there. Where at? Where is it 1 a.m. at? Not much. Tired. Where's it 1 a.m. at? Where in the world are you? Where's 1? South Africa? Okay, got you. Yeah, that kind of makes sense then. Now it's evening time over here, South 6 p.m. about 16. So but no, appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you catching the live or whatnot. It's Tuesday, you know what I mean? Let's talk to me about your day. Tell me what's going on. Today's live is titled Don't Be Stupid. So really it's gonna be going over some of the wisdom that's in the book of Proverbs, some of the wise quotes. And hopefully they have some benefit to the people that come through and join and hang out with us. But yeah, so you said you're not up to much, but tell me how you're doing. Matter of fact, a simpler way of doing that, scale of 1 to 10, let me know how you're doing today. Anything below a 7, we'll talk about. They was lazy. It's winter here. Winter? How, man? You must be like either super far south or super far well, I guess said South Africa. So I guess it must be pretty far south or pretty far north to be still having cold weather. I think it was 8 then. Got you. Wait. 8 your day? Got you. Hey man, that sounds like a decent day. Dimba, Martin, Gene, what's going on? Tell me how you doing today. Scale of 1 to 10. So yeah, pretty far south. Yeah, I figured that, man. I figured that if it's that temperature, you saying it's cool, like you gotta be down there or up there. One of those two. Yeah, good day yesterday, I guess, since it's 1. Heard. Hey man, hopefully today is just as good, if not better. You just joining in. Let me know how you doing today. Scale of 1 to 10. Anything below a 7, we'll talk about it. But today's live is titled Don't Be Stupid. And the best way to not be stupid is to hear something that's wise. And so the wisdom that I have from you is coming from Proverbs. Proverbs is full of wise sayings and wise words. It's basically the sentiments of Solomon from a father to a son. And for any fathers that are out there, this will be some wise words that you can use and share with your sons or daughters as well, because wisdom is for everybody. I think it's not one of them things that's as regularly discussed when it comes to things that parents should aspire for their children to be. And so maybe this could be something that can help and benefit you. Well, I need this since I don't have a father. Hey, well, I hope this is some value to you. All right, Demi. So, and look, hey, it starts off like that. It says, the Proverbs of Solomon, a wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother. That's 1. It says, ill-gotten treasures have no lasting value, but righteousness delivers from death. So basically, don't be a thief, and I think like with all saying, like, it kind of just make you kind of think like, oh man, this is good because I'm getting away with it and that's no immediate consequences. But like, it all ends in death. Everything you do has an adverse consequence. There'll be reactions to it that'll get you in trouble. Every once in a while you might get away with something, we'll say that. Ayo, Rockhound, what's going on? Let me know how you doing today. For my other folks on YouTube, let me know how you doing. Scale of 1 to 10, drop it in the comments. Let me know. 4, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. That's a simple one. Don't be lazy. Otherwise, you're going to be broke. Trust me. I've had my fair share of brokenness, and hopefully that's a value. Yeah, everything has an outcome. 100%, 100%. XBN and Tyler, I'm sure I missed y'all saying what's up. Hope y'all doing good over there on TikTok. Hey, let me know how y'all doing in the comments. Scale of 1 to 10. How's your day going today? We going over some wise proverbs so that, we can share some wisdom and hopefully this can bless and encourage somebody. So let me know. Right here, we got, he who gathers crops in the summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. Basically, don't be disgraceful. Don't be out there not being of help or value to your family, especially your parents. What's that? Stap Sinkus, I guess is whatever. I don't know what the tongue emojis for, but what's up? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing great over there. Hassan, what's going on? Hey, make sure you drop in the comments. How you doing today? Scale of 1 to 10. Anything below a 7, we're going to stop for a second and discuss it. But seriously, want to know how you doing today? And let me know. That'd be cool. Next up, we got says blessings. Whoops, what is this? I was an ad. Blessings crown the head of the righteous, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. Okay. Blessings crown the head of the righteous. So, I mean, basically saying that if you're righteous, you're going to receive many blessings, but the wicked, are overwhelmed with violence. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense to the degree that, good things usually come to those that do good, and bad things usually happen to those that do bad. Kosi, that's the one name in the name that I could pronounce. Lofty, what's going on? Let me know how you doing in the comments. Scale of 1 to 10. How is your day today? Anything below a 7, we're gonna talk about it. What's that, Dim? He said, I will try and stay righteous. Hey man, that is that's something that's advantageous of all of us. You know what I mean? Like, the path of righteousness is the path that Jesus talked about, that said that few will find it, right? And so if you do find it, the one comfort that you do have is that the Holy Spirit will help guide you and keep you along the path of what's righteous. But being human and having a sin nature, it's possible for some of those bad behaviors to rise up again. You know what I mean? Hopefully that made sense. It says the name of the righteous the name of the righteous is used in blessings, but the name of the wicked will rot. Yeah. I think that's pretty true. The wise in heart accept the command, but chattering fools come to ruin. Basically saying that if you're wise, you can accept what somebody has to say or somebody tells you to do. But if you're a fool, you know what I mean, that just talk too much, that always feel like they got to say something back, then you gonna rot. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know when to say and when not to say something in order to be wise. Sometimes that comes with, a good mentor, somebody being there to help you. Wild Bears Ghost, what's going on? Drop in the comments. How you doing today? Scale of 1 to 10. Sometimes you need a mentor, somebody around you in order to do that. But in other times, you're going to have to hit your head before you really figure it out and know whether that wisdom will ever be yours or not. But the best way to acquire wisdom is going to be simple. Read your Bible, especially if you're looking for wisdom. Go to Proverbs. And additionally, on top of that, bro, pray. Pray and ask God to give you wisdom, and he is generous and will give you some. This gives me flashbacks, this specific one. Why, you got a story, man? You got a story to share? Let me know if it's a story attached to it. I'll be down to hear it. While you do that, if you do, that's not mandatory, but while you do that, I'm gonna go to the next one. It says, the wise in heart accept commands. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's the same one. It says, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. And that just goes to speak of the value of integrity, of having integrity and walking in it versus walking crookedly, cutting corners. You know what I mean? I love to practice having integrity, because there's always an opportunity for you to lack integrity. But I don't know. I think of a few instances where integrity is the best thing that I could have done, but it doesn't leave you absent of potentially being ridiculed or talked down against. You know what I mean? Florence, thanks for coming through. Reggie, appreciate you coming through. Drop, how you doing over there? Scale of 1 to 10. Demi, let me see what you got. Yeah. Just when my mother's boyfriend hit me years ago, it reminds me of what and when to say something. It's hard to explain in detail. I get that. I'm sure it's more complicated than you can really say in a few sentences. Like, I understand what I mean, but can't explain it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that let me see, which one was that? I'm sure it's difficult to say the right things at the right times when it comes to situations that's going on and happening in your life. You know what I mean? The best thing you can do is, seek wisdom, seek counsel. It's good if you got like a friend that you could talk to and really rely on. It can give you some good insight when stuff goes on, that can be like a friend or a comforter. Kind of like there's also somewhere in Proverbs, I'm not sure if it's still here in this chapter specifically, but talks about how a friend is that there's a brother that sticks closer than a friend, and how a brother is built for adversity. And you need people sometimes that's going to be there for you when you're going through tough situations, people that's going to pick up the phone or at least call and check on you. But if nothing else, to pick up the phone and be like, hey, I'm here for you if something's going on. You know what I mean? Hopefully that was of some value and kind of peered into it. If anything else, just type it in the comments and we'll discuss it, because that's what it's about. It's about talking to each other. So talk with my grandma since she's like my mom. It's cool, bro. I'm sure grandma got lots of wisdom, man. Like, something about growing older and time and reflecting back on experiences and things that you've gone through kind of make you look at things differently, and you can give some good perspective to people who are willing to listen. But people got to come to you to hear what you have to say first, as well as I think that grandma should take some initiative and, talk to her grandchildren or her children or those that are around them so that they can gain some of this wisdom too. You know what I mean? So let's see. Um, the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Yeah, I think it's good when kind of like how we were talking about there, Demi, where you talk to somebody who's righteous and wants the best and the right things for you, and it fills you with life, makes you feel like, man, like life's worth living, everything's worth having again, all of a sudden, right? But then what's that? But it says the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. So I don't know. Everybody, every once in a while, like you're around somebody where I don't know, they're just kind of a suspect kind of individual. And I don't know what the name is. M. That's all I see there. Say what's up. Let me know how you doing. Scale of 1 to 10 in the comments. And anything below a 7, and we'll talk about it. But every once in a while you run into somebody who's a little bit shady, and you can kind of sense that this person isn't of like noble character, somebody you really don't want to spend too much time around or something like that, right? And how that kind of ties in with the mouth of the wicked is like there's some people that are like lurking to take advantage of people in different situations. For instance, it just so happened to have happened recently where I had a passenger, because I drive for Lyft, a couple days ago, and this passenger, I went and dropped him off, and then I picked up somebody else. And the second person I picked up, they was just getting off work, but something about them just seemed a little off. Well, it seemed like it was a little shady or something like that. And like, I don't know. I just got that vibe like this person ain't really probably a good person overall. Just not to pass too much judgment. And I'm gonna read what you got right there in a second. But and I dropped her off, but she just seemed like she was like not that great of a person, but like, it is what it is. So I drop her off. A few minutes later, I get like some bunch of text messages through the Lyft app. Let me know that I guess the first person that I dropped off had left their phone in my car, and I guess they tracked it or something like that. And she was saying the last place that it was in this town over here, I think Cicero or something. And she was saying, no, I'm sure I left it in the car. And I was like, nah, I've searched the whole car. There's nothing in here. And kind of found out, I guess the lady who got in the car after her had actually taken the phone and, didn't want to give it back. So I told the lady, I don't have any information because, the Lyft app takes everything out as soon as you're done dropping off the person. And what wound up happening is, I guess she got to the lady's house. She was calling me. She's like, do I know what her name is so she can give it to the police? She's like, nah. She said the lady didn't want to come outside because I guess she tracked the phone back to the address. And I don't know. I don't know if this lady ever wound up getting a phone. She did leave me a tip. I'm hoping that's because she got her phone back, but she left me a tip maybe because I was being helpful or something like that. But that's what I'm saying about wait, what did I just do? Oh, here it is. That's what I'm saying about shady people. Like when it says the mouth of the wicked conceals violence, it's kind of like you kind of could see that this person wasn't an on the up and up person. He said, yes, it's my natural sense. I'm not sure what you're referencing when you said it was your natural sense, but it is crazy, right? It's a crazy story. But yeah, break that down for me. Let me know what you was talking about when you was saying a natural sense so I can understand what you're trying to say. So let's see. Says hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers all wrong. I think that's true. Hatred can not that baby, okay? That has to charge. It's on the charger, okay? Okay, my son. Don't do that, baby. Stop screaming for nothing, baby. It's okay. Relax. You wanna have a seat? Okay. Go get you. Go get you. Caleb. Caleb. Go get your water so you can have something to drink, okay? Okay. Okay. Go get your cup. Okay. Don't drink no water. All right, cool. What was the one I was saying? Hatred stirs up conflict and love covers all wrongs. I found that to be true for the most part in my own life. Okay, look. You need something? What? A sock? What is a sock? What are you talking about? A sock?
Okay.
You want your socks?
Okay.
You can go get some socks, son.
Socks?
If you want, yes. You can get them. Now it's funny. Okay. All right. So my bad, y'all. So hatred stirring up conflict. Obviously, I think we all get to a point with people, whether it's friends and family and stuff like that. Wait, what'd you say? My bad. It's like a natural sense to sense if somebody's shady or off. Yeah. It's kind of like your own intuition or whatever, right? Then it says hatred can tie potentially to jealousy. True. That's why people talk about haters and stuff like that. So I can relate to this one in a few ways. Heard. I'm glad that's something for you to relate to there, Demi. All right. So, but love covers all wrongs. I feel like the reason that love is so powerful is because it can make you not hate someone that you have ill will towards. You know what I mean? Like somebody can do you wrong, but if you genuinely have love in your heart, you'll look past the wrong or the conflict to the individual to say that even though I may not like you right now because it's really not hatred, that I still love you anyway, and I'll still act in love towards you. So I find that to be true. If you think it's not, if you want to challenge it, by all means, let me know. It says wisdom is found on the lips of the discerning, but a rod is for the back of one who has no sense. Makes sense to me. It's good to have discernment, and a rod is for the back of one who has no sense. I don't think everybody who has no sense get that rod though. You know what I mean? But it's a good sentiment. At least if nothing else, you would think that some corrective measure is necessary in order for people to get the point sometimes. The wise store up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool invites ruin. Makes sense. I think that one of the best ways, like I said earlier, to get knowledge is to read your Bible. Also to read some books. There's a lot of wisdom in books. I buy a lot of books. I don't read as many of the books as I buy, but man, just knowing that I have the resources around me to be able to learn something that I want to get more information on is so profound of a thing that I don't know. I can't just stop buying books. Anytime I hear something's going to be good and something good in it, it is a good one. You know, then I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna grab it just in case. Never be too safe. Never be too wise. You know what I mean? But it says the mouth of a fool invites ruin. I don't know. There's just some people that talk too much. Some people that say stuff that get themselves in like really sticky situations, and then they can't get themselves out of those sticky situations. And sometimes they got to deal with those consequences. And sometimes those consequences are really bad and they really hurt. And hopefully it's not you, you know. But that's why it's called Don't Be Stupid, you know. Don't be out there acting stupid. Don't be stupid. Whoever heeds discipline. Wait, I feel like I skipped one. So the wealth of the rich is their fortified city, but poverty is the ruin of the poor. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city, but poverty is the ruin of the poor. Well, the wealth is the rich of a fortified. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. I feel like a lot of people do put their hope and trust in money. Money is one of those things that everybody. Hold on, my bad. Said I've known people that can relate. Speaking too much, out of line and out of turn. Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. And whatever emoji you try to put up there just came up as like the little asterisk mark or whatever. But if that's what you're saying, then yeah, I would agree. A lot of people can relate to that one as far as knowing somebody who acts foolish and ain't got no sense. Jerome, what's going on? Drop a invite lonely period join live as a guest. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what that does, but we'll try just to see what happens. But who was that? Jerome? I don't know. Well, I don't think you're there now, but if you're out there, then join in, man. Let me know how you doing. Drop it in the comments, scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, the one about talking out of line. Yep. I was correcting myself since I said I. I got you. What's that, my son? Not yet. It's gonna be a little bit later, okay? Okay. Let's see. So the wealth of the rich is a fortified city, but poverty is the ruin of the poor. So what I was saying earlier was that like a lot of times the rich, they will find comfort in the money that they have and security, in which I believe money does bring security, right? And I believe it's good to have some sort of security, but you could become overly reliant on money where you don't realize that the true source of whatever it is that you have anyway is from God. You know what I mean? So I believe he's leaning in that direction when he's commenting there. But when he says poverty is the ruin of the poor, you would kind of think that those two are the same thing, right? Like poverty and being poor. I think you can be poor and like maybe have like not that much money. But like poverty kind of reminds me of like a impoverished mindset where you don't really understand that the actions that you are doing are propagating your own demise and being poor or whatever. So the money one is also very relatable. I agree. I'm glad that you can relate to all these. I'm hoping that this is of some sincere value to you and you can carry this on and share this with somebody else someday, Demi. So I'm glad you're listening tight. It says the wages of the righteous is life, but the earnings of the wicked are sin and death. So, for being righteous, your gift is life, I guess, in this life, and also the life to come in eternity with God. But the earnings of the wicked are sin and death. They'll just reap what they sow. That's the gist of that one right there. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life. I think that's simple and plain. You should heed the discipline that other people give you, specifically, like your parents, God, however sends that discipline your way, at least heed it. Hear what they're saying, because there may be something of value there. It says, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. Which basically, if you can't take any correction, number one is self-righteousness, but number two, you're gonna lead other people in the wrong direction as well. Anthony, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for the like over there on TikTok. Appreciate you. Drop it in the comments. Let me know how you doing today. Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. Let me know how you doing today. And yeah, anything below a 7, let's talk about it. I don't want to just an 8. Oh, all right, you cashed out, man. You good. You good. If you an 8 or up, you good. But if anything exciting has happened today, man, to make that day an 8, hey, let me know, man. Let me know. Let me hear about your good news. Good news is always welcome and important. Discipline is important. It helps you grow. Bro, tell me about it. I'm in the midst of struggling, trying to become more disciplined and diligent with certain things. Specifically, exercising. There's this what do you call it? There's this I think I got it over here. It's a study that I'm doing with some guys from, my bad, it's taking all day to get that out, but reason is 8, so I made $5,000 a day. Hey man, that's a great day. That's a great day. I get to do a semi 4 and keep 1 and you win it, man. Nah, just kidding, man. But congratulations, bro. Hey, I'm happy you're able to make some money to take care of yourself and take care of your family, man. Hopefully that serves you well. User 86, what's going on? Gone, I guess. Alan, what's happening, Alan? Let me know. Scale of 1 to 10. How you doing today? Drop it in the comments. Don't leave without it, or you might have left already. I don't know. Don't bother me none. But also, is it like also with exercising too? But also trying to be more disciplined. Oh yeah, bro. It's funny because I randomly found a video. Maddie, what's going on? Hopefully everything good over there. Who is that? Jalissa, what's going on? Hey, in the comments, let me know how y'all doing. Drop it in the comments. Scale of 1 to 10. How you doing today? I gotta get me a car by the end of the summer so I can drive to school for my junior year. Oh man, bro. Hey, you're gonna be winning. Hey, look, just don't spend the whole $5,000 on the car, bro. You can get a decent car for about 2, 3, 4, somewhere between 2 and 4 grand. You might need a few repairs, maybe not. Look on Facebook Marketplace. What else? Craigslist, somewhere like that, and get you a car that's not going to cost you a bunch of money, man. Everybody be going to the dealership. You find somebody that's selling a car that is just trying to get rid of it, but it's in decent shape, and get a car that's going to last, bro. I mean, so you don't got to buy another one for a while. Get you a Honda, get you a Toyota, get you something that's going to last you for a minute, bro. Trust me. That's what I'm gonna do on Facebook Marketplace. Hey, props to you, bro. Props to you. Let me know when you cop the whip. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you got. But so let me get back to this real quick. Let me see. So so I got the book in my hand. It's a training guide. It's called Raising a Modern Day Knight, and it's also a devotional. So when I was talking about discipline, there's a daily thing that we're supposed to do in here each day. It's like 6 weeks. Me and a few guys, we're going through this because we all got sons or people that we are kind of father figures to. And so what we're doing with this is we're trying to learn how to be better men, better fathers, and live righteously before them so that we can train them up to be knights and to join our knighthood or our round table. And so the discipline of trying to do these every day is reason I wind up bringing this up, because discipline is important, man. And it's easy to just not do it. It's easy to do and it's easy not to do. So let's see. 18. I think that's one we on. Whoever conceals hatred with lying lips and spreads slander is a fool. Whoever conceals hatred with lying lips and spreads slander is a fool. So, I mean, that's pretty simple and plain right there, right? Don't be a fool. Don't be stupid, you know? I think that there are plenty of people out there who will potentially, said I get a Toyota one day. Hey, Toyota's a good car, bro. But I think there's plenty of people out there who will hate you or not like you, and then they'll conceal it. They won't tell you about it. But what they will do is they'll spread slander. They'll say other stuff about you that's bad or malicious so that other people will not like you, but they'll never say it to your face. And this type of person specifically, who this is talking about, is a fool. Don't be that guy. Don't be a fool. This ain't stuff that you necessarily gonna hear and get every day, but it's in the Bible. You can get this just by opening up the book of Proverbs. If you are a man, if you're a woman too, but if you're a young boy or young man, you need to read the book of Proverbs. It's one of the wisest books that you can read and listen to and get some insight. Listen, I want to better my relationship with God. Do you have any advice for me? I mean, that would kind of depend on what's your relationship with God like now. I mean, tell me about that. I do know. What's up, my baby?
Yeah.
After I'm done, you have snacks and some dinner. Okay.
No.
Okay. Know it away. But if you want to have a better relationship with God from a general standpoint, one of the best things that you can do is to read your Bible. Like, how you have a relationship with somebody and you don't know them. You know, the best way to get to know God and understand what he's like is to read his word. I would say a good place to do that in the start is by reading the Gospels. The Gospels are going to be the first 4 books of the New Testament, which is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. A lot of people say start with John because it's the most relatable. But they all explain the life of Christ. But you can kind of get to see what Christ is like so that you can know and have a good relationship with him, if that makes any sense. So my relationship with God is good, and it's good and bad. I haven't had the time to read my Bible. I mean, so I get that, right? I get the saying of I haven't had time to read the Bible because it gives you an excuse, right? It kind of gives you a way out. There's always time, man. Like I remember hearing this story once before from this lady who was talking about how everybody has time. Everybody has time because as soon as you need time for something, you'll make time for it. Like, for instance, like you don't have time to, I don't know, fix the refrigerator, or you have a completely busy schedule. All of a sudden you find out that, you know, your car is broken, or you got a flat tire, and the time that you didn't have for fixing that tire, or you didn't have for getting that refrigerator fixed, all of a sudden you have it now. And the reason you have it is because it became important to you. So that's not to say that you don't have a busy life or busy schedule, but make the time to read your Bible. Even if you listening to the Bible app and you just let it play in the background, you know, for 10 or 15 minutes a day, while you get the wisdom and insight that's there. Demi, this one is extremely relatable. Glad to hear it. Said I would like to stay, but I have to wake up at 6. So I'm kind of going to bed tired, but I'll finish watching this on the saved live form. Okay, that's cool. Have a good rest of your day. You have a good night. Get plenty of rest. I hope that you have some sweet dreams, and hope to catch you again next week. Caleb. Hold on. Come here. Hey. We're going to have dinner in a little bit.
No.
And we'll get some snacks after, okay? All right. You the one that was asleep and just woke up. I was trying to feed you before you went to sleep, but you went to sleep, okay?
Okay.
So remember, you have to be
patient.
And patient means?
No crying and calm.
Okay. No crying and calm. Okay.
Okay.
Give daddy a little bit of time, okay?
Okay.
Hey, look at me. Of course. Ouchie. Yep. All right, cool. Let me see. Wayne, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Let me know how you doing in the comments. Scale of 1 to 10. Caleb. Have a seat on the couch.
No, I don't like it.
You cannot like it.
No, I don't like it.
You cannot like it. Cool.
No.
All right. So hopefully that answered your question. Jalissa. I think that's what it says. It's in cursive. Yeah, Jalissa. Hopefully that answered your question. Anthony, relationship is good and bad, but I haven't had the time to read my Bible. Dang, well, I'm choking. I can say one more message, but I don't see it. Whatever that message was, I mean, I guess if you could type it again, that'd be cool. Hey, look. Can I help you? No, actually, no. I already know what you're going to say. Exactly. Same thing you always say. Snacks. And we already discussed that you have to be patient. And patient means no crying and calm. So you have to be quiet and you have to be calm. Can you do that? Okay. No, you can't. All right, cool, guys. So those are the proverbs that we went through so far. I think we went to verse 18. There's a couple more. I would like to stop at 20, which would be a round and even number for us to stop on. We'll try and do 19 and 20 real quick if he ain't acting too crazy. What's going on over there on YouTube? Let me know. Scale of 1 to 10. How you doing in the comments? Drop that down below. Mentality. Let me know. Scale of 1 to 10. How you doing in the comments? You can leave after, but not before. Okay. Or you might leave before. I don't know. But that's a empty threat. Free smoke. All right. So 19 says sin is not ended by multiplying words, but the prudent hold their tongue. So my understanding of what this means is that by saying a bunch of things, it won't end or fix a relationship. But those that are trying to do the right thing typically will hold their tongues and not say the wrong things to keep the conflict going, which I can learn from that. And 20 says, appreciate the like, Anthony. 20 says, the tongue of the righteous is choice silver, but the heart of the wicked is of little value. Basically, someone who is righteous or aspires to live a righteous life is going to be of value to you. But somebody who's trying to live a wicked life